So today's video was gonna be an update on removing AI in Windows 11, but when I opened up Google Chrome to start putting this video together, I noticed how bombarded we are with AI in Chrome itself. So now today's video is going to be about removing AI from Google Chrome permanently. Stay tuned. So has anyone else noticed this, or is this just me? But Google Chrome has started adding the AI mode button everywhere in the browser. A quick Google search shows you how to disable this using Chrome flags. The problem with Chrome flags is that they're temporary. The next time the browser updates, which is every couple of days, it resets all of the flags back to default and all the AI mode buttons appear again. So today I'm going to show you how to turn them off forever. I'm also going to show you how to make your Google search experience free from AI as well. Now these changes should be permanent, or at least until Google changes something and I have to do another video. But as of right now, this should solve your problem if you don't want AI in Google Chrome. But first, I'm gonna have to pay some bills, so check out today's sponsor. Are you still running Windows 11 unactivated because the license just costs too much? Then you should check out today's sponsor, VIP SCD Key, where you can get a valid Windows 11 license for around $20. Stop dealing with that stupid watermark and actually be able to change your desktop background with a valid license for Windows 11. Just go to the link in the description below and pick up a valid Windows 11 license key. During checkout, use the code CYBERCPU for a 25% discount. Once you have your key, go to your activation settings in Windows 11 and click the link that says Change Product Key. Enter the product key you just purchased and hit Activate. Now you don't have to deal with that stupid watermark. And check out the description for deals on not just Windows, but Office too. Now, on with the video. So let's jump on the computer real quick and I'll show you the reason why I'm doing this video today. It's actually kind of funny. Okay, so here we are in Windows 11. This is a fresh install of Windows 11, and we have Google Chrome here. So if we fire up Google Chrome, as you can see, we have these stupid buttons that show up that say AI mode whenever you open Google Chrome. Now, they are relatively easy to remove. All you have to do is, from the address bar, just type in Chrome, // flags. And then from there, you get all of their experimental flags. And then all you have to do is search for AI mode, just like this, and you can go ahead and disable it. And then you have to push the relaunch button to relaunch Chrome. However, now that we're here, as you can see, the AI flag is gone, but now it's right here. So all they did was moved it over to the search box right here. So then you have to go through and type in Chrome, flags again. Now this time you can search for the NTP and you're gonna wanna look for compose entry point. So it's gonna be right here. And this one, you can set this one to disabled as well and then relaunch it again. And at that point, now you finally have all of the flags gone. However, the next time Chrome updates, which like I just mentioned before, is every couple of days, all of that stuff's gonna come back. So we need to find a way to remove it forever, so we just don't have to deal with it anymore. So typically I wipe this system, or at least restore it from an image before every video, simply so I have a fresh copy of Windows 11 to work from when I'm showing you guys how to do different things from within Windows 11. However, several of my latest videos I've done in VMs, so there's really no need to wipe the system. Yet, every week when I sit down to write a video, the host operating system has that stupid AI mode link re-enabled again, even though I know for a fact that I disabled it last time. Now, this week, I went to set the Chrome flag again, and as soon as I restarted Chrome, the AI mode button simply moved from the address bar to the search box. Now, come on, Google. If I don't want it on the address bar, why do you think I would want it in the address box? But either way, I figured I'd probably not the only one who has to deal with this frustration. So here we are. Let's now jump back on the system and I'll show you how to make AI mode button go away for good. Okay, so all you have to do here is go ahead and click on the start button, type in regedit. And from there, we're gonna launch registry editor here. And you know, while we're at it, we probably should go into the flags here and disable the flags that we actually have, the AI mode, Omnibox, and the MPT compose entry point. We want to go ahead and set these ones back to default right here, simply because I want to show you that what we're doing actually makes a difference. So now you can see, now look at, now we have AI mode on both of them. But if we hit the refresh button, yeah, we sure do. Now it's on both of them. That's even funnier. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And we're going to set it in the registry and hopefully get rid of it completely. So to do that, we want to go to local machine. And then from here, we want to go into software. Then from software, we want to go into policies. And then from policies, we want to go into Google. Now, obviously, I don't have a Google, and you're probably not going to either. Because what we're going to be setting is we're setting more of corporate rules for Chrome. This is what big businesses and stuff like that would set in order to set Chrome up the way that they want it to be set up. So they don't really have these settings out in the open for regular people to use, but they are legitimate settings that Google Chrome honors. So we're going to go ahead and right-click, hit New, and go to Key, and we're going to type in Google. And then from there, we're also going to right-click, hit a new key, and we're also going to type in Chrome. So this is for Google Chrome. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a 32-bit D-word. So we're going to go New, D-word, 32-bit value, and it's going to be AI mode settings. Go ahead and hit Enter, and we want to change this right here to the number 2. And essentially what this is, there's going to be 3 different settings. 0 is just enabled. It's default, right? 1 is going to be enabled, but you can't use the data that you collect for training AI models, which is an interesting setting if you really think about it. And number 2 disables it completely. So if you do want to use the AI mode buttons, but you don't want the data collected to be used to train AI models, you can set it to 1. Or if you want a default, then I'm not even sure why you're watching this video, because it is what it is at that point. But either way, this should turn it off. So now if we go back into Chrome now, as you can see now, there's no AI mode button, not only off the address bar, but also off of the search box itself. So this actually honors what you wanted it to do. Now, like I just showed you here, you should have permanently removed the AI mode button from Google Chrome. But you know, as things always go, I thought, why should I stop there? There's lots of other AI features within Google Chrome. Can we disable those too? And you know what? It turns out you can. Let's jump back on the system and I'll show you how. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick little search for something. Like, for instance, how to repair a water heater. That's something that most people would search for normally. And we hit enter, and here we go. We've got all kinds of different answers. We got videos here. We've got different people also asked, and we've got the stupid AI overview, which I just got to say is wrong about 40% of the time. Sometimes it's so wrong, it's funny how wrong it is. And as you scroll down, you finally get into the regular search results just to go find related products and services right out of there. We don't have the old Google like we used to. It's inundated with all of these other features that take up the majority of the search window when we're trying to find something. However, what we can do is we can go over here, we can click more, and we can click just web. Now this right here gives you just the web results. This is the Google that I remember that is just web results, and that's it. However, that's not the default. If we go ahead and search for this again, it's going to come to, like if we go back to Google, search for how to fix a water heater, it's going to come to the same thing. It's going to have the AI overview. We've got all of this down here. We've got, finally have some search results followed by a bunch of videos. And of course, Google has to push some shorts right here. And then we got related searches finally to get the main part where we get some, oh, well, I guess this is all Reddit and discussion forums. It doesn't give us the same search experience that we've had in the past. So there's a couple of different ways to fix this. For one, you could go and you could simply download this extension right here. It's called the U14 extension. Now what this does is if you come over here and you click all the way up to the top, and you go to more and you search web, what you'll notice is if you read this address bar right here, you'll notice right here it says UDM equals 14. What that is it's Google telling its own search engine that you just want web results. Well, if we install this extension right here, we're going to go ahead and add this to Chrome right now. This extension should stick us in that UDM 14 permanently. So we'll go ahead and go how to fix a water heater again. And right there, you're automatically on web all the time. So you don't have to deal with all the other garbage that's built up into there. But what if you want to choose, like for instance, I kind of like video results mixed in with my web results. I just don't want the stupid AI mode turned on when you click on all. I don't need this. Oh, see, you actually can't hit all at all when you have this extension installed, by the way. But I don't want the AI mode features at all, but I do want some of the other features. I actually kind of like the questions other people are asking, because sometimes it's helpful when you don't know what to phrase your search result as, or what to phrase your search as. Or maybe I want videos and I want to actually go through and see what videos are available without hitting the videos tab. I want the most popular videos to be accessible. Well, there's another extension for it if you want to go that route. So what we're going to do now is we're going to manage our extensions. We're going to remove this one, the UDM14 one. And that should have removed, did it? Yes, it did. Okay. And then the next extension we're going to install is this one right here. It's called Bye Bye Google AI. And we're going to go ahead and add this to Chrome. It's a simple little extension that just allows you to customize what you see. This is a really good extension. This was actually created by Avram Pilch, who's a senior editor from Tom's Hardware. So it actually is a pretty popular extension. But if we go ahead and close it here real quick, I'm going to go down and I'm going to search for the same thing, how to fix a water heater. And as you can see, the AI overview is gone, but we do have the videos and we do have what other people asked for. And if you want to go through, you can go through and play with these a little bit more. If you come down here and go to options and say we want to hide discussion forums and we also want to hide our video blocks. So we're going to go ahead there, hit save, close this. And then as you can see, all we have to do is hit refresh. And all of a sudden, all that stuff is gone. So you can kind of tailor how you want your search to be formatted by simply selecting which sections you want to use and which sections you don't want to use. Now, there's one more thing that you can do. So I'm going to go ahead and close Chrome real quick. We're going to go back into the registry. And for this one, we're going to right click, we're going to hit new, and we're going to hit another DWORD 32-bit value. Now, I'm going to cheat on this one, and I'm just going to paste it because I don't want to type that long word, but I'll go ahead and have it on the screen for you, and I'll put it down in the description below so you can cut and paste it too. But what this is going to be is generative AI local foundational model settings. That's a big mouthful right there. One word, type it out exactly how I have it here or copy it from the description. Now from there, you want to go ahead and open this one up. 0 means it's enabled. 1 means it's disabled. So we're going to go ahead and set it to 1. And what this does is this actually disables Chrome's ability to use a local LLM. So what it'll typically do is Google Chrome will actually download an LLM onto the local system itself and run it from the system itself. This is how a lot of the AI features within Google Chrome work, is it actually uses your own hardware to process through a language model that they download into Chrome. However, that language model can sometimes be kind of big. It's said to be almost a gigabyte in some cases, and it also takes up resources on your system for features that you may or may not even want. So by doing that, it disables the engine from being able to download to Chrome at all, and it should disable all the features that require that engine to run. So you should be able to search for a water heater and just find out how to fix a water heater without having to see all of the search results that you don't want to see. Or you can search for anything else you want. It doesn't have to be a water heater. But now I just want to make something really clear for people that watch my videos and follow me on social media. I'm not against AI, even though it sounds like I am sometimes, but that's not true at all. I actually think it's a valuable tool that when used correctly, it can help us get stuff done more efficiently. The problem is it's being pushed way too hard right now. It's starting to take over every aspect of our daily lives. And it's not just about conveniences anymore. A lot of these AI features aren't purely here to help us. They're also quietly harvesting our data to train these massive language models. Now, personally, I don't want my data collected. Period. I also definitely don't want it feeding some company's AI training pipeline. And honestly, that's why I've recently ditched Chrome altogether. I switched to Brave thinking, okay, at least here my privacy might be respected. And guess what? Brave is starting to roll out the same AI features too. And because you know what? Companies love to say their service is free because they harvest your data. You know the classic line, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. But come on, that doesn't even hold up anymore. We pay for Windows 11 and Microsoft is still harvesting more of our data than ever. So that whole free service excuse is just that. It's an excuse, a way to collect as much as possible while making us feel like we shouldn't complain about it. Or we might get charged for the service. Because honestly, at this point, even if they put those features behind a paywall tomorrow, they're still going to be collecting our data. Payment wouldn't change a thing. But if you're concerned about privacy, then I would highly recommend checking out this video here, where I go through how to make Windows 11 more private. More people who take privacy seriously, the better chance that big tech will be forced to find other ways to make money that doesn't include harvesting all of our data. But as always, you guys have a great day.